Here are 110 facts about the human body that you didn't know. The brain uses over a quarter of the oxygen used by the human body. The largest bone in the human body is the femur. It can support 30 times the weight of a person's body. Ounce for ounce, that's stronger than steel. Your heart beats around 100,000 times a day, 36,500,000 times a year, and over a billion times if you live beyond 30. Messages from the human brain travel along nerves at up to 200 miles an hour. Red blood cells carry oxygen around the body. They are created inside the bone marrow of your bones. The color of a human skin is determined by the level of pigment melanin that the body produces. Those with small amounts of melanin have light skin, while those with large amounts have dark skin. In an adult human, 25% of their bones are in the feet. Adult lungs have a surface area of around 70 square meters. Humans have a stage of sleep that features rapid eye movement, REM. REM sleep makes up around 25% of total sleep time and is often when you have your most vivid dreams. Most adults have 32 teeth. The gluteus maximus is the body's largest muscle. A human's ears and nose never stop growing. There are more bacteria in a human mouth than there are people in the world. A human's little finger contributes over 50% of the hand strength. It would take someone typing 60 words per minute, 8 hours a day, around 50 years to type the human genome. If a human being's DNA were uncoiled, it would stretch 10 billion miles, from Earth to Pluto and back. Within 3 days of dying, the enzymes that digested a person's food will begin to digest that person's body. For an adult human, taking just one step uses up to 200 muscles. A human skeleton renews itself completely every 10 years. The smallest bone found in the human body is located in the middle ear. The stapes, or stirrup, bone is only 2.8 millimeters long. Your nose and ears continue growing throughout your entire life. Infants blink only once or twice a minute, while adults average around 10. As well as having unique fingerprints, humans also have unique tongue prints. The left side of your body is controlled by the right side of your brain, while the right side of your body is controlled by the left side of your brain. Antibiotics are only effective against bacteria, they won't help in fighting off a virus. The same skin cells that make up a human vagina are the same type of cells that are in a human mouth. By the time a person reaches 70 years old, he or she will have consumed over 12,000 gallons of water. Bone is 5 times stronger than a steel bar of the same width, but it is brittle and can fracture on impact. The body can detect taste in 0.0015 seconds, which is faster than the blink of an eye. Every hour, humans shed about 600,000 particles of skin, or about 1.5 pounds every year. By the time a person is 70 years old, they will have lost about 105 pounds of skin. The largest cell in the human body is an egg, or ovum, and is barely visible to the naked eye. The taste cells in our taste buds live for only about 2 weeks. Taste buds are not visible to the naked eye. The little bumps that can be seen on the tongue are actually papillae, on top of which rest the taste buds. There are 10 times more bacteria cells in your body than human cells. The brain contains 86 billion nerve cells joined by 100 trillion connections. This is more than the number of stars in the Milky Way. Like fingerprints, each human tongue has its own unique print. 2% of the human population has a bifid uvula, which means it has a forked appearance. Rhinotoxomania is the excessive habit of picking one's nose. The lining in a person's stomach is replaced every 4 to 5 days to prevent it from digesting itself. An adult human's small intestine is about 18 to 23 feet long, which is about 4 times as long as an adult is tall. Semen normally contains 1 to 8 billion sperm per fluid ounces, 140 to 300 million sperm per millimeter. A person's feet has about 500,000 sweat glands and can produce about a pint of sweat a day. A human sneeze can travel about 100 miles per hour or more. It takes the body around 12 hours to completely digest eaten food. Your sense of smell is around 10,000 times more sensitive than your sense of taste. The average human produces 25,000 quarts of saliva in a lifetime, enough to fill 2 swimming pools. Your spit contains your entire genetic blueprint. Fingernails grow faster on the hand a person writes with. They also grow faster than toenails, and faster on longer fingers. The strongest muscle in the human body is the masseter, or the jaw muscle. The liver is the largest internal organ and is the only organ that can regenerate itself. However, repeated damage to the liver can eventually injure and scar this amazing organ. The human brain uses just as much power as a 10-watt light bulb. The word organ comes from an Old Greek word, organon, which means tool or instrument. There are so many nerve cells in a human brain that it would take almost 3,000 years to count them. An adult skin weighs between 8 and 11 pounds, 3.6 to 5 kilograms. Its surface area is about 18 to 22 square feet, 1.7 to 2 square meters, which is the size of the floor in a one-person tent. The longest bone in an adult human is the thigh bone, measuring about 18 inches, 46 centimeters. The shortest bone is in the ear and is just 0.1 inches, 25 centimeters, long, which is shorter than a grain of rice. An adult who weighs 150 pounds has a skeleton that weighs about 21 pounds. An average person walks about 100,000 miles, 160,934 kilometers, in his or her lifetimes, which is like walking around the world 4 times at the equator. Mind-blowing human body fact. An adult is made up of 7 octillion atoms. An adult human body is made up of about 7 octillion atoms. The fastest muscles in a human body are the ones that make the eyes blink. They can contract in less than 1/100th of a second. In just one day, a person may blink their eyes over 11,500 times. The word muscle is from the Latin word musculus, or little mouse. The Romans thought a flexing muscle looked like a mouse moving under the skin. Omphallophobia is the fear of the navel. Humans spend about 5 years of their lives eating. An adult's stomach can hold over 2 quarts, 1.9 liters, of food. That's enough to fill 4 large or 8 small drinking glasses. The average human produces about 3 to 8 ounces of feces a day. The average person has about 5 pounds of bacteria in his or her digestive system. Eructation is the medical word for burping. Coprostaciophobia is the fear of constipation. In an adult human, blood circulates about 12,000 miles, 19,000 kilometers, a day. This is like traveling from east to west across the widest part of the Pacific Ocean. A human heart beats over 3 billion times during an average human lifespan. The word lung is from a German word meaning light. Together 2 adult human lungs weigh only 2.5 pounds, 11.1 kilograms. If you spread out an adult human's brain, it would be about the size of a pillowcase. Adult humans spend about 33% of their lives asleep. A python spends about 75% of their life, and a dog spends about 44%. A person will eat approximately 35 tons of food in a lifetime. In a lifetime, a human body will process about 100,000 pounds of food. A human eye can distinguish between approximately 10 million different colors. The space between the eyebrows is called the glabella, which is derived from the Latin word glavellus, meaning smooth. Rubetosis is the unsettling awareness of your own heartbeat. A person takes about 23,040 breaths a day, or about 672,768,000 breaths in a lifetime. Like Wolverine, the liver is the only organ that can completely regenerate. As little as 25% of the original liver mass can regenerate back to its full size. The word blood is from the Pi root blow, which means that which bursts out. This root is also related to bloma, flower, which also blossoms outward. The heaviest ever trichobozoar, human hairball, surgically removed from a human weighed 10 pounds, 4.5 kilograms. It was found in the stomach of an 18-year-old woman in 2007 in Chicago, Illinois. Dead skin comprises about 1 billion tons of dust in the Earth's atmosphere. You get a new top layer of skin, epidermis, every 30 days. Your skin is its thickest on your feet, 1.4 millimeters, and thinnest on your eyelids, 0.2 millimeters. An adult small intestine is about 22 to 23 feet long, which is longer than a minivan. Onychophagia is the medical name for nail biting. Before chapstick was invented in the 1880s, people used various products to treat chapped lips, including earwax. A disorder of the inner ear causes every sound within the body to be amplified, including eye movements. Some people can hear their eyeballs moving around in their head. The average scalp contains about 100,000 hairs. Hair grows about 6 inches per year. The medical name for earwax is cerumen. Mucophagy, literally mucus feeding, is the act of eating one's own boogers. The uvula is the fleshy extension that hangs down from the back of the soft palate. It is from the Latin word, uva, meaning grape. People with chromesthesia see color and sounds. Musicians with chromesthesia include Vincent van Gogh, Franz Liszt, Billy Joel, and Pharrell Williams. Fingers don't have muscles that facilitate movement. The tendons in our fingers are moved by the muscles of the forearm. Fingernails grow about 3 millimeters per month, which is about twice as fast as toenails. The medical term for bum crack is the intragluteal cleft. The average person passes gas about 15 times a day. Most people try to do it privately, but kids, of all ages, like to share them with friends and family. The average person breathes about 20,000 times a day. Blood in arteries is bright red, and blood in veins is dark red. A human's blood is not blue. The human body contains over 35 trillion cells. Earth has about 7 billion people, which means that there are 5,000 times more cells in one body than there are people on the planet. Bromidrophobia is the fear of body odors. Emetophobia is the fear of vomiting. A person suffering from anosmia is unable to detect smells. The average person has about 250 hairs per eyebrow. Eyebrow hairs have a lifespan of about 4 months. The shape of eyebrows can predict a person's personality. Straight eyebrows indicate that someone is more fact-oriented and direct. Slightly curved eyebrows suggest that someone is more people-oriented. Borborygmy is the noise that your stomach makes when you are hungry. No matter how badly fingerprints are damaged, they will always grow back in their original pattern. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future content. And be sure to visit www.blowyourminds.com.